Mrs. Annie Williams, education consultant and trainer. She is a teacher and a principal of various distinguished schools in India and abroad in CBSE, IGCSE, ISCE boards, and she has been an active school leader, been CBSE district coordinator, vigilance head CBSE board exams, center superintendent, observer, and joint secretary. She has been awarded with Avantika Innovative Principal Award with her blending of art and theatre in school learning, award for best results by SRM University, and the Best Teacher Award by Danik Baskar. Mrs. Annie Williams has authored computer books for classes 1 to 5 by the name Latest in Computers with Northern Hill Publication. She has constantly viewed her thoughts and concerns for child development and education on social media. Madam, I most respectfully invite you to deliver your keynote speech on curriculums for ESD and greening education.
So that I know I am being heard. I know you are all feeling hungry. Are you hungry? So I think the water and the air here makes you hungry, because I was not feeling so hungry at home, back home in India. But here I am feeling too hungry. Every 2 hours I am feeling hungry like a kid. So good for your, the food, because a lot of fruits, which are very tempting. And yes, of course, the beaches, which we couldn't go because of the weather, plus the long conference timings. So my colleagues, my friends have spoken a lot that what are we here for as teachers? So briefly telling that I have given 30 years of my life in education and 4 years in corporates. And I will be 55 this year. And I would like that everyone, what makes you feel young, do that. And that is, a teacher is always young. Will you agree or not? Yes? A teacher is always young at heart, because a teacher is always creative. A teacher is always looking forward for new things every day for herself and for her children. That makes you young. Since we are here for this summit, which is International Summit for Quality Education 2023, greening education, it's a very vast topic, as so many people have already spoken to it. So what I feel, I'll come back to that what are SDG 4? Out of the 7 goals given by the UN, started in 2016, which we have to complete by 2030. And it is very true for all of us, for India, for Bangladesh, for Sri Lanka, and all the developing countries. We are sisters here. And we have to develop and learn, because teachers are the nation builders. And how can you develop a nation without education? So our targets, what are our targets? I will focus on that because it's a very vast topic. What are the targets and how will we achieve them? So this is the summit we have come here for. So achievable targets. I've written this achievable myself. Out of these, if we say what we can achieve, first is universal primary and secondary education. Second is ECE and pre-primary education development. Third, equal access to technical and vocational and higher education. Relevant skill development skills are, what is relevant? K is come. Typo error is there a little bit. Gender equality and inclusion. Sixth, universal youth literacy. Seventh, education for sustainable development and global citizenship. Now, all these, I think we should give a rounder applause for the university which we went yesterday, NSBM, and the schools which are working here Chairman Sir, we are very happy to see that we are working on those fields and everybody is having the access to education and giving the best practices which we observed yesterday when we visited the Nanotechnology Institute and have been met. So first is 4.1. By 2030, ensure that all girls and boys complete free, equitable, and quality primary and secondary education, which lead school chairman is already giving. Thank you, sir, for providing this opportunity to all the students here. Why this urgency from 2015 to 2021, or if we say 2020 till 30? We have completed 21, 22, we are in 23, and we have to do it in 7 years more. Significant time has already gone by. What we met and what we missed. What was the impact of pandemic on our journey towards the goal? Sometimes we say, oh, because of the pandemic, this happened. Because of the pandemic, that happened. Children did not study. Parents did not take care. But what next? It's been 1 year after that. That's why I've written 2021, till the pandemic. So what after that? Anyone? What measure, any one measure which you took to improve upon the education of primary and pre-primary education? Anyone? One measure. What step did you take to improve upon the education after pandemic? One little step by one teacher. You are not listeners. I'm not giving a, kind of, what do you call, spiritual leader here. I am a teacher and want interaction with them. We all are teachers. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Great. So, ma'am, Swati ma'am is saying that she had made a bridge course curriculum so that whatever they have not studying at home, they added that to the new course. As we have in India, we have done it bridging course between class 12, that is we call K-12, and the higher education. And there the importance of the liberal art education comes, where very universities have come up. So SDG 3 is 4.3 is equal access to affordable technical and vocational education under NEP. NEP is the Indian National Education Program or policy, which 2020, and this vocational education has been is thought to be from class 6th to 8th. Earlier, we used to have vocationalization or choice of subjects from class 9th onwards. But now we have these choices from class 6th onwards. So instead of mugging up, as Archana ma'am just said, that why are we making them learn and read and drill and all that? It should be more of project-based, problem solving, case study. So I hope many of you will be doing that. And technical skills. So why don't, yesterday I was talking to one of the research scholars and very learned people, that why children are going out for research work to US. We have like I saw, we have more universities, foreign universities in Sri Lanka than in India. And students are still going out, coming back. That was very, very, respectable thing, that they're coming back to their home country to serve the country and do research for their own country. So when we are saying giving them options, we have to give them options from class 6th, 7th, 8th. We have to attach vocational training. We have to give them, work of hands, work of mind, which they can do in school, other than theory, what they are studying. So vocational education will be provided at the younger age, and technical skills such as coding will begin from as early as 6th standard, which we are already doing, like you are also doing from AI from class 8th. So we are also doing AI from class 6. But coding is not only coding on the screen, on the computer. Coding is calculating logically. that is coding. So it can be, when we are playing, we are making a game, then children of class 1 can do coding also. And for that, first teachers have to upgrade. The teachers have to understand. One of my colleagues said that the teacher training is important. Mrs. Arachana said, I think. So teacher training doesn't mean that somebody, chairman sir has to send us somewhere, or principal ma'am has to send us. It is your wish. You have so many free portals. Harvard is giving free portal. You are getting on LinkedIn. You are getting Centa. These are giving free portals to learn and upgrade your certifications. At this age also, during COVID, I upgraded my AI and data analytics certifications. If I can do, you can do too. You are young, right? Yes? How many are going to do some certification within this month? I will stop it here if you're not interacting. Really, why should I stop you? You're feeling hungry. Can anyone tell me that you are going to have a certification done within 1 month? Think it now. It's not a long course. You don't have to pay. It's a free courses. Right? So please do that. Financial success under NEP, the curriculum design in higher school education has shifted from 10 plus 2. That was, you have 13, 1 to 13, we have 10 plus 2 model, it was earlier. With NEP coming in, the implementation has to be there. We have 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 model, which you already have here. So 5 is pre-primary and till class 2. 3 plus 3 is first, second, 3, 4, 5. And class 3 is, third stage is 6, 7, 8, and 4 is 9 to 12. Now, the main difference is 9 to 12, we have this policy has given choice of subjects. It's not that only physics, chemistry, and maths have to be studied, or physics, chemistry, and bio has to be studied. It is a choice of subjects. A child can study bio plus history to become an archaeologist. A child can study chemistry and geography to become a geologist. He doesn't have to study the same and change the subject at graduation. Children are lost till 17 years of age what they want to do actually. So for that, you can all go through the NEP 2020 policy of India and improve on that. If you have another policy of Sri Lanka, we will also be happy to learn from it. They have provided multiple exit points for higher education now, which will result in better signaling ability to students. Means, suppose I'm not able to continue my studies due to some reason, at least I will get a diploma or a certificate for 1 year. And then it is bank, we have credit bank of documents, certifications. So we can continue again, and we will be giving some certifications after we finish our, financially or some other problems are there. 4.5, eliminate discrimination in education under NEP. The digital device is proposed to be bridged by setting a new unit which addresses internet-based e-learning, digital learning, infrastructure, and capacity building. Capacity building of the teachers, learning of the teachers. Until you have, you cannot give. God has given us love, God has given us brains. Until we have, we cannot give it to the child. How mothers give more love to the children? Because they have it. They want to give it. Same is learning and teaching. Everybody can get a degree and become a teacher, but a good teacher is the one who becomes from the heart. So a teacher is not born, not made, he is born or she is born. You have those instincts, you have those attitudes to be a good teacher. So in this, if I say we have to update ourselves so we know how to use, if we talk about that we were born so many years ago, now I can't count also. I still think it was just 20 years back. Now, when I see that, okay, it's been 30, 40 years, right? So if we people, everybody has to upgrade. Why we have to depend? When we say teachers are the role models of their children. So we have to become that. And the most important thing just now is to upgrade yourself in AI, which is going to become very important for everyday life. You're using your phones. It is AI-based. You're using your oven, AI-based. You're using other Siri and Alexa, AI-based. So the things are moving from 4G to 5G. You must have taken classes online. How it is all possible? How the face detection is there on your phones? It is through the data and digital world. Digital learning infrastructure and capacity. Under the new education paradigm of online classes, the infrastructure shortages related to electricity. Since we are developing countries, even our 45 to 50% people are in the villages. So control of internet or use of internet is not possible. So I request the management, I request the government, if it reaches them, that the facilities infra should be increased for the schools so that teachers can teach them far off places in their free time as well, if they're interested. Those children need more of education. They have a lot of talent. And the far-flung areas can only be reached through the digital access. Okay, so 4.6, we have two more points, 4.6 and 4.7. I'll take it a little fast. Universal literacy and numeracy under this. So just now, my colleague, Ms. Swati, said that English is a language, communication. But according to Indian NEP 2020, government is emphasizing on the mother tongue. So when we say mother tongue in our states, in India, we have so many states and UTs and so many places all around, even like 50 meters or 1 kilometer area, the accents and the dialects change. There we need lot of teachers who can convey the concepts in their own mother tongue, especially when the child is coming from home. The child is not talking English at home. We are the developing nation, the SAARC countries. We have our own mother tongues, and every district has his mother tongue in a different dialect. So here the child will learn a foreign language, that is English. It will come through listening. Any language comes from listening. We learn our mother tongue by listening first from our mother. We don't write, we don't read. What we do is listen. So this is being emphasized, and it can be used here also, I feel, because we are in the same kind of education changes. This is very good news considering that India has decided to participate in the PISA survey, which tests basic English and mathematics comprehension. India will be part of it once more in 2021 after performing quite poorly in 2009. Again, this consideration is going on that the PISA test, that's aptitude test of reading and writing skills, need to be taken by each and every student. Why I am giving India here? First, you should know your neighbor, and then you can learn from them, and we can learn from you. So there are very good policies, a lot of thinking, and so much of education. Literacy, yes, I heard that literacy rate here is 91% and more. So we have still to come up that level, but the point is, it is proportionate to the population. But we should always accept the good ways of teaching and learning. So in a nutshell, ensuring lifelong learning opportunities for all, from early childhood to adult education, ensuring equity, inclusion, and gender equality, ensuring effective learning and the acquisition of relevant knowledge, skills, and competencies. If any of you want to go become a professor or a lecturer in the colleges, you have to improve upon your skills. Same way is for the children. Ensuring the relevance of learning in terms of vocational and technical skills for decent work, as well as for the global citizenship in a plural and interconnected world. So last few, the provision of 12 years of free, publicly funded, inclusive, equitable, quality in primary, secondary education, of which at least 9 years are compulsory. Like Indian government have told that we should give till 14 years of age, they should get free education, the poor, economically poor sections. So that can be included here as well. And learning outcomes should be ensured for all without discrimination. So last, the essential and the only way forward, world leaders will, under the edges of the United Nations, adopt it to a new set of global development goals for 2016 to 2030 to have a sustainable world. So we are global citizens. We are here today with you. So I hope I reached somewhere to you. And out of that, what I told, you will get it all on Google. I'll not say. And you have the chat GPT now, so you can find out what you want. Any IT teachers here? IT teachers? Computer, IT? So just explore chat GPT and your lesson plans will be made in minutes. You don't have to find out and write down. I'm telling Sir in front of the principal, ma'am. Right? Because it is what you are asking, the thing. It's not what you have told. So I'll just brief about myself a little bit. So I am Annie Williams. I had been in education for 30 years. And in that, I have been in school teaching as science and English teacher for about 15 years, and then moved to admin for 15 years. I worked in corporate in Airtel, corporate sales manager. Then I have worked in Extra Marks Smart Education as GM Academics. I worked in travel and tourism as GM Projects. And I am doing MBA just now, and this is my first semester because I started a long time back. So I have a short-term goal and a long-term goal. As education, we should keep learning and updating, and it's very exciting to learn. So happy learning, and happy meeting all of you. Ayubovan. Thank you.